Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to our playthrough of Terra Invicta as Project Exodus. Let's take a look at how things stand. Currently in the solar system, we're seeing a lot of alien bases starting to creep forward into the asteroid belt. It's a little bit oppressive. They started out way over here and they have slowly just pushed their way right to the inner planets. They don't have any bases up yet that I'm aware of on the inner planets, but they're definitely out on these planetoids and asteroids and stuff. It's not great. However, on the plus side, mining operations are up and running on the moon. We have mining operations on the way to Mars, and once those kick in, hopefully we'll be able to accelerate things quite nicely. Also on the positive side of things, we have a servant back in our pocket. We'll see how long we can hang on to this person. We just want the intel that he's providing. Our counselors are looking pretty good. We're able to do augments now, but it's a little bit expensive. So we've had to sell off some of our more expensive science-y type organizations to build back up our bank, which we will continue to do. To that end, I think we're going back into Russia. I'm sorry, Russia, but you're getting trashed again. I am very sorry, but I need the money. Sorry, not sorry. We're going to spoil the heck out of Russia once more until somebody kicks us out. We have been spoiling Saudi Arabia for I don't know how long. For a long time. Or a very, very long time. But for all that, you know, it's doing alright. It's fine. Okay. We do have our first megafauna that's popped up because of an event. It's currently dying in Russia, so that's good news, right? We're dealing with that. We have reached our mission control limit, so we're currently pumping mission control into Mexico in the hope that we can get something going there. United States of America is doing very well. Democracy and everything. Everything's on the up. It's great. We love it. We're leaving everything the way it is. We might even cut funding at this point, seeing as we don't need that extra little boost of money anymore. That should have been done a while ago. Let's go ahead and chop that. Do we need this much unity? I feel like we can pull from unity a little bit as well. Pump back into knowledge. That'll be nice. Very, very good. Close that off. On the research side of things, we've got unity movement going to finish very soon. That's very good. That'll allow us to make some moves around Mexico, hopefully. We've got advanced chemical rocketry on the way. We're working on leaving the cradle, which I believe is one of our major milestones for our faction. And of course, contraband scanners. That's going to finish up later this year. This will just help secure our assets, -1 to sabotage facilities, and so on. For the AI, doesn't sound like much, but I think every single point counts. Let's confirm our assignments. We've got people doing inspiration here, some investigating. We're hunting around for more agents to try and hamper them when and where we can, or help them, depending. We needed to defend our interests in Mexico. That's coming through, and we are doing public campaigning randomly in Afghanistan. Because we would like to have public support, a little bit of public support everywhere. Kind of what the servants are doing. We look around, the servants are just kind of spreading out their influence. And I don't feel comfortable with it. So I'm trying to match my influence to theirs where I can. Confirm ease assignments. Go ahead and get rid of our armies. We don't need to see those. Moving on. Cool. There goes the alien megafauna. That's great. We will airlift you home. Takes 4 days. What happens if we just move you back to Kazan? Deploy army. Does that put you back in base? That's fine. We'll just get you there. Cool. Advanced chemical rocketry has been unlocked. We contributed the most. This gives us access to reusable rockets, interplanetary chemical rockets, super heavy chemical rockets, space tugs, and high thrust probes. This is going to help us expand quite a lot. Get some very cool stuff going. Orbitals could be very nice. Maybe even settlement hubs. But I think orbitals will be our next one. Let's go for this. This is going to be able to let us do orbital cores, which lets us put out more things into space around our satellites. So let's go ahead and begin research there. We'll put a little bit into this. This is all looking good. Good stuff. I might even pull funding away from this entirely, as I think we have this one on lock, but nobody else is contributing, feels like. So let's go ahead and leave things like this. I think this is fine. New projects available. Super heavy chemical rockets. Diana Super Heavy Chemical Rocket 1. These are ship components. National investment point redirect to the boost priority increased by 10%. All good stuff. High thrust probes project. Probes arrive at their destination 100% faster. Very nice. We can conduct hostile takeovers. Nothing that we want from them, I believe. What's going on in Syria? Turkish are fighting in Syria. The Protectorate are trying to take Syria from humanity first. And I'm trying to wonder how much I care about this. I don't think I do. Let's get our assignments going. +3 persuasion on our persuasion stick would be very nice. Where would we need to grab this? We could augment you with 1 more administration. We just don't have the cash for this. I think that was a mistake. I made a mistake. It's fine. We'll live with it. We can live with it. We'll let our bank build up a bit because we desperately need cash. I think we might sabotage a project here. Just disrupt them a little bit. Let's see what that does for us. Might be a little bit too aggressive, but I mean, the servants, they're in conflict with us, and I don't mind if they're at war. I don't really want to spark a war just yet. There's space tugs. That's actually kind of important. As soon as this pops, maybe that's the next thing that we do. Okay, we can sabotage the project. I think sabotaging this could be good. And management research. Go ahead and confirm that. We are a saboteur. Critical success. And we've stolen 50 science for our scientists to use. Quite nice. New project available. Reusable rocket projects. National investment points we direct towards the boost priority. Increased by 20%. That is actually really nice. Contraband scanners is just finished. Excellent. Let's go ahead and pick up space tugs. Rocket power tugs. Speed up delivery of HAB modules by 11%. That would also be super nice. And it's relatively cheap at 750. We can smash that one out real quick. Select this project. We will be investing considerably. Unity movement is going to pop really soon. Nobody seems really interested in the orbitals. That's great. Slowing it down. Our cash should be up to the point where we can buy one of those tasty orgs. Let's go ahead and grab this guy. That's going to free up 2 more slots on somebody. And I think the person we want to put that on is maybe our scientist, although she's coming up to her admin cap really quickly. And she can only have 15 orgs total. Our investigation guy could use a little bit more love as well. Let's go ahead and put it on our investigation guy, as I'd like you to be able to be a bit more useful to our cause. The European Union has joined the United Kingdom-Indonesian war against Indonesia. Regime change in Indonesia. The forces of the United Kingdom have imposed a new governing regime in Indonesia. So humanity first has taken over Indonesia by force, by main force. Turns out you didn't need my help for that at all. 81% chance and you failed, my dude. There's a good one to have. We definitely want this. We got lots of space. You don't have a lot of space for stuff. Let's throw this on you for now. We continue to save up. We grab this one. And then, I mean, this basically pays for itself. Gives us a +1 to admin while giving us boost and all sorts of good stuff. Space science research. Good stuff. Very good stuff. We continue to save. Mobile Space Science Lab project. Interesting. I'll have to check what that is. Right. Space Tugs is done. We got some really interesting research to do here. Reusable rockets would be very nice. Gets us a bit more boost. High thrust probes would be very nice. What does this do? Allows the construction of the following ship component. Mobile Space Science Labs, and this allows us to attach a scientific team joins the crew, granting 5% bonus to space science research and enabling the ship to prospect space bodies for suitable base sites from interface orbits. Nice. Not so critical just yet, as we're not ready to build colony ships. So we go with high thrust probes. Select this as a project. Not as important. Put that on the back burner. We'll still get it this year, which is nice. Speed up everything else. Very excited to see this completed. Finally wiped out that invasive flora and fauna over in Rostov. Can you investigate Jorge? If they crack Jorge, it's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. I need you, ISIS. I need you to inspire Jorge. Need you to make sure he is loyal. He has to stay loyal. That guy is way too dangerous. That guy, be dangerous. Cool. We are now able to undertake the Interplanetary Chemical Rockets project. National investment points to boost increased. Reduces boost for sending material from Earth to low Earth orbit. To beyond low Earth orbit. Nova liquid rocket. Interesting. More components. Good stuff happening. We need to be able to spot these aliens. I think it's time to send more stuff into space now that we have a little bit more boost. Go ahead and view the solar system. Let's head to the moon. Sorry, our own planet, actually. Let's get another platform. Who's in low Earth orbit 2? Won't cost us very much in the way of boost and money. Nobody has started to set up shop here just yet. There's some dangerous debris up here. One dangerous cloud. I think it's time. Let's find another platform. Take me there. We're going to set this up with some more sciencey type stuff. We will need at least one solar collector for now. Yep, build it in space. I believe we have social science, life science, information science already. Maybe some more xenology type stuff. +1 bonus to alien detection on Earth for a maximum of 9. We don't have that much. So let's go ahead and pop these bad boys on. I think we can fit 2 of them per solar collector. This is 10, these are 5. So let's go ahead and do that. That'll make a total of 4. It's not great, but it's going to help the science. Go ahead and build those. No, not an orbital debris strike. Debris from recent fleet battles and weapon fleets in low Earth orbit 2 is about to strike Conrad Station that we just built. It's still being built, in fact. Wide pattern, putting it on course to hit locations all over Conrad Station, while individual pieces of debris are small, yet more casualties of war. Broad effects, 83% chance up to 4 modules of Conrad Station will be destroyed. Cascading failure, 17%. A random sector will be destroyed, 2 modules, and the debris is increasing. Order the crew on double shifts to assess and prevent further damage. We pay a whole 1,000 cash and 3 modules up to destroyed. Allowed when this faction's HAB support failure level is equal to 0. Okay, let's do that. Our xenology lab was destroyed. Take me there. We'll rebuild it. Continue. Solar collector on Conrad Station is destroyed. I hate this game. Build it. Xenology lab. Build it. You got destroyed. Build it. Things being rebuilt. Conrad Station is Xeno Research Station 2. I think we already have a 1. Go with this. Same name. Okay, we've completed the Leave the Cradle project. This is good stuff. Now that we have definitive proof that interstellar travel is not a pipe dream, the question becomes not whether it was possible, but whether or not the time is right to pursue it ourselves. We are, after all, in the midst of an apparently hostile invasion. But, having weighed all the arguments, we have reasoned that this is but an irrelevance. In the grand scheme of things, any romantic attachments to humanity's ancient birthplace must now be shed, for we truly belong among the stars. Fulfills objectives, set our goal, increase our control point management capacity by 25, which is great. Our work has spun off a new organization, Project Exodus Engineers, which is in our faction pool and maybe assigned to a counselor, grants the following resource, 100 influence points. Take me there. Objective complete. We have completed the set our goal objective. Debate has raged as to our next move. Some among our group have insisted that it is our responsibility to oppose the alien attempts to gain control over humanity. Others have argued that we should pursue some sort of negotiated solution or peace. Ultimately, though, one faction has prevailed over the others. For the first time in human history, we are on the verge of gaining the ability to leave our solar system and to become a multistellar species. All other considerations pale in comparison to this simple fact. Perhaps the aliens will succeed in conquering humanity. Perhaps the human forces will resist them. But whoever wins, a single planet is an irrelevance on a galactic scale. What matters is whether we as a species will spread beyond Earth and our solar system. Several individuals have resigned in protest, but our resolve is clear. The aliens possess the ability to colonize other worlds. We must take that ability for ourselves. There is much work to be done. Alright, we still need to get the alien corpus and salvage alien technology. It is now time to maybe think about building up a military so that we can salvage alien technology somehow, some way. We need to choose a new research project. What are we going to do here? Super heavy chemical rockets will finish really quickly and adds boost priority. Get this done lickety split. There it is, super heavy chemical rockets, which gives us national investment points we direct to the boost priority, increased by 10%, helps us get some more boost, and lets us make more parts for ships. And we're going to start looking at doing that sort of thing pretty soon. To that end goal, I think we might even start researching things like the drives and batteries and all the bits that we need to make ships, possibly. This is only 100. This is a further boost to boost. Let's get that done. That'll be done in like a day. You failed to purge the resistance in Argentina. Yeah, numpty. Why are you being active over here though? There's high thrust probes finished. I think we will go for let's go with the batteries, I suppose. Let's get some of our shipbuilding stuff. Get it done. No real rush on this. HAB module has been completed in low Earth orbit 2. Sick. all that stuff's going to come online. I kind of think it's time to give you government and maybe give you your augments. This is a +1 to espionage, straight up good for you. +1 to administration, straight up good for you. +1 to investigation, +1 to espionage when being detected, +1 to command. We might as well take the data jack. Just give him everything. Jorge, what can you do about Japan for us? You badass. Can you coup Japan? You cannot. Can you purge Japan? Yes. Look at this. My guy can purge Japan with a 47% chance even though they're defended. Less against this guy. I wonder why that is. Might just be this point. Wow, being over your cap point is actually a huge malice. Look at that. Alright. We're also supposed to have an org that we can buy that's in our unassigned orgs. Which is it? Project Exodus Engineers. What does this do for us exactly? Alright, we get 9 boost, 4 mission control, a bunch of science, knowledge funding, spaceflight program, 20 space science research, mining outposts. This is huge and it pays for itself. We immediately slap this on scientists. There you go. Huge. Let's launch shit into space at a ridiculous rate. Interplanetary chemical rockets just popped. Let's do it. Solid core fusion reactor, Nova drive, pipe radiator. I think pipe radiator is fine. Heavy heat resistant. Fins contain vapors. Just get that tech unlocked. Defoliants maybe is something we go for now, but let's go ahead and crank this out. 31st of October, next month. 2 months, in fact. Alright, new event. Mysterious Obelisk. Local explorers have happened upon a strange obelisk in the wilderness near Atlanta. This is a real thing that happened. The obelisk is a tall, vaguely pyramidal object with the surface of cool, smooth metal. People on the scene have reported hearing an eerie hum and feeling uneasy in the presence of the obelisk. This is certainly worth looking into in light of recent developments, but how should we go about it? Seal off the area and maintain observation of the obelisk. 50% nothing happens. 30% we gain insight into the obelisk for some science. 20% chance sudden xenoforming bloom. The spread of xenoforming in Atlanta region will increase. I didn't even know there was xenoforming in Atlanta. Order the obelisk demolished on the spot. 20% chance for critical success, 250 science. Why wouldn't we want to just demolish this on the spot? We could gain some science. There's still a 50% chance that nothing happens. There's a lower chance that we gain stuff and a higher chance that we just have to pay a little bit of cash. Let's go ahead and destroy it. The explosives went off as planned, but when the smoke cleared, the obelisk had vanished without a trace. Take me there. We're gonna have to surveil this area. Mental note made. We have wiped out that flora and fauna. Very good. Controlling the aliens' flora and fauna. Doing our best to limit their abilities. Go ahead and do a surveil in Atlanta for me. If there's any alien life over there, it needs to go bye-bye. Alright. We've contributed to the most to Unity movements. This will allow us to do a whole bunch of stuff, but mostly we are interested in Central American Confederation. What's going on Mars now? We've got some good bases. I don't think these are online just yet, right? No, they're still building. They're still building. Very happy with our bases. I mean, this is a pretty good base. Mars has some good stuff. Mars has some good stuff. We might want to grab up some more supplies on Mars. But we've grabbed all of the fission, and I think it's time that maybe we can start probing some of the other celestial bodies, maybe away from where the aliens are. I mean, they're everywhere, but let's go ahead and probe this bad boy. We're looking for places that maybe have some fissiles. There's some here. Here, there's none. None. We really, really, really want some fissiles. Not much in the way of fissiles. One thing about the small map is that you've got a lot less objects to choose from. Things in space seem very valuable. This is quite nice. We get metals. We get a whole lot of stuff and maybe some fissiles. Is that useful? I don't know if that's useful. We need fissiles more than anything else, I feel like. I really feel that. I think we just pick something cheap that we can rush through. Maybe space tourism to get some more cash, but our cash is looking pretty good. Settlement hubs could be very nice. Space agriculture would be good as well. Okay, I think what we do is either we get principles of space warfare. Let's begin that, because we will need ships. We're going to do this slowly. Other people are probably going to pump very heavily into this. I think it's time to jack this up, finish this as quickly as possible. It's going to take us some time, even at full send to... This is like next year, which isn't that far away, really. This is going to take over in October. That's fine. Let's do it like this.
Surveying target area. Eyes up.
Like we didn't find anything there. So many places have been focusing on boosting mission control. We should check how we're doing on mission control compared to everybody else. I'm sure we're behind. Agents for Project Exodus have possibly identified an intelligent alien operative in the Phnom Penh region of Cambodia. There he is. Look at this weird looking mother. First Martian base is coming online, baby. We get a science reward and some influence, which is great. Upon a red plain and under a hazy sky, the base commander descends from the landing craft. As we take our first steps into the new world, Armstrong and Gagarin and all the rest are walking with us. As our HAB module completed the new outpost core on Mars. Good stuff. Things are happening. All right, we are now able to undertake the Aztlan Nation project. Aztlan gains a claim on the following regions: Los Angeles, Monterey, Denver, and Dallas. Regime changes in Syria. Japan has taken over and got control for these guys. There's lithium sulfur batteries. We can possibly go for like reusable rockets. Get our boost. Do that. For the meantime, we're investing the most into this by a long way. Look at that research. Look at all that research going in there. Pump that shit out. We are contributing the most, not most to this. Let's make sure we are the most, so we can steer this tree. There's molybdenum pipe radiator. Get to unlock some more stuff here. Solid core fusion reactors, I suppose. Let's go for... Maybe we take this time to just make a little bit more progress on Xenoflora. Now the question is, can we assassinate? We know George is very good at what he does. With his 19 espionage, he has a 5% chance. Maximum chance is 30%. And that might be something worth gambling. Can we get his espionage any higher? Can we max this man out? White Fang would be good. Not a criminal. We could manually bump your espionage by like 4. We could also throw this on you. That's an extra 1. Anybody have espionage perks that they don't need? Let's find that out. Alright, you have nothing that gives espionage. That's fine. You do have. This gives persuasion and espionage. And you're like our main persuasion guy. But it is espionage. That's an extra 1. And since, yeah, we're going after an alien. So let's go ahead and stack our guy. Get his espionage like as high as possible. We can put both of these on you. That gets your espionage to 21, and we can augment you a little bit the rest of the way. Confirm. You're now max espionage. You can no longer espionage any harder. Your chance to assassinate is 81% to murder this alien. Oh, baby. Now the thing is, going after aliens is extremely dangerous, right? These Hydra. I think if you fail, there's a chance that your person gets murdered as well. So you'll need to protect him when he's doing this mission. We'll confirm this. Somebody does have protect. It's Song Tang. You're gonna look after Jorge while he goes on this mission. This is gonna piss off the aliens something fast, man. Something fast. What were you doing setting national policy in Japan and aborted? Fair enough. Let's see if we get the kill on this alien. Hey, I'm not gonna be happy. Jorge, you're protected. It's all on you. Oh, the suspense is building. There's principles of space warfare, making our way towards being a little bit more of a threat in space. We weren't the person to contribute the most, so they've gone through terrestrial military science, which I guess is okay. We can invest a little bit in this and see if we overtake them. We want to change this project, possibly. Let's see what happens with this mission. What we really want to know. Boom! There it is. Assassinate mission success. I have eliminated Xenoform Alpha 4 of the aliens. We have learned a great deal about the aliens from this operation and will receive a bonus to our xenology research going forward. Let me see the body. Alright, we recovered the alien corpse. Few among us would ever have believed this day would come. Not only inarguable proof of life from another world, but the successful retrieval of an intact alien body, ours to study at our leisure. Returning it to our labs has been a challenge, however. Its cellular structure began to deteriorate at an alarming rate, which we believe due to some sort of genetically programmed failsafe, presumably to prevent this race's enemies from learning more about them. Fortunately, we were well equipped enough to quickly transfer the corpse into cryogenic storage, by which point only its outmost extremities had succumbed to necrosis. More problematically, the pathologists tasked with initial assessment of the body quickly fell into an inexplicable stupor. The effect dissipated within a few hours and did not repeat. A full post-mortem may now begin. Research hydrobiology is our next thing we need to do. We have completed the acquiring alien corpse objectives. The mission was a success, although some casualties were sustained. Fortunately, no essential personnel were harmed. Our scientists are absolutely fascinated at the prospect of examining a species that has evolved outside of Earth. Not only that, but a sapient, and in all likelihood more advanced one. This has the potential to absolutely revolutionize our understanding of biology, just as the alien technology will revolutionize our understanding of physics. A lively competition is underway as to which of our teams should be allowed to name the new species. Various taxonomies have been proposed, though in the meantime, our less educated personnel have apparently begun to refer to the alien species as hydras after the mythical creature. In any case, we should begin our autopsy immediately. Take me there. Research this when it becomes available. Cool stuff. We will do. That mission was a wonderful, miraculous success. Killed the alien. All done, and we will need to research that project when it becomes available. I really feel like we should research that Atlan thing, seeing as it's a one-off and nobody else, once it's been researched, you can no longer do it. This project can only be completed once by any faction. So once it's done, does that mean everybody has access to it? Or only the faction that does it? Because it's a faction project. I kind of feel like if this is a thing that we need towards uniting America and Mexico and Canada, that we should probably get it done. It'll take a long time. This is early next year. We should also check the aliens. I think we're a little bit of a threat. I don't think they're gonna bother to take action against us, but we might want to let this go back down a little ways before we interfere with the aliens anymore.
Where do you need
you would like to do persuasion type things. So public campaigning is pretty good. We know these aliens are pretty active. This sort of region. We have unused points, so we should think about where we can capture that's going to benefit us. And I think maybe grabbing Kazakhstan could be very good. So let's grab Jorge here and see if he can just yeet somebody out of Kazakhstan. Our purge chance, 18%. With max influence, 77%. We just straight up purge one of these guys right the hell out. We can grab Kazakhstan, bring it back under our control. There's a lot of servant support here. So let's go. I don't know if we want Kazakhstan. We might actually start to grab a control point in China. We have 30. Each one of these costs 29. We can grab a control point in China, and that's going to be a massive boost to us. That's a lot of science. Even one control point. What are their priorities set to? A whole bunch of spoiling. Even so, it's still a very healthy economy. Let's see. Can we just control China with our high persuasion guy? No, it would still take some work to break into China. We could stack him up with a bunch of persuasion, and then that'll make things a lot easier. How best to go about? Alright. We can give back the persuasion stuff. Let's do something like this to start off. That's 16 persuasion. Our scientist has a couple that she doesn't need right this minute. Like this. Good, let's get those back on where they belong. You and you. We're up to 19. We can probably get that even a little bit higher. Who has a persuasion thing that he doesn't need? I mean, we just really like you being you. This is another persuasion, but it's 2 and you don't have slots for that. You could take 1 slot. Do you know, that's pretty good. And what if we augment you? We can actually get you some more stuff. Get your persuasion a little higher. Let's see what 19 does for you. How does 19 change things in China? 64% chance straight up to just grab a control point in China. I'm going to go for it. Might be a little bit ambitious, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and we still want to be finding where the aliens are trying to sprout life. And I think there might be something happening in America. Let's go ahead and surveil this region. You can continue to bring unrest down in Mexico. I'll be happy with that. And George, you monster, you beast, you absolute critter, I will continue to investigate with. That'll be good. I think this is where we're going to end this particular episode, guys. What a good one. Killed ourselves an alien. Making progress. We're expanding. We're doing it. Thank you all very much for watching. If you made it this far, remember to like the video, consider subscribing, leave a comment if you dare, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks again, and goodbye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.